Paul Doswell with me. Paul, we've managed to get the signature of Joe Iaciofano.
Yeah, really pleased. Been speaking to Joe for probably 4 or 5 weeks. He was my main target to replace Jonah. You know, the Jonah deal had been in place for some time, to be fair, and I just saw Joe as a perfect replacement. Not in the sense of being 6'4", but more in the sense of, you know, replacing one goal scorer, you know, with another. And Joe feeds off of scoring goals. You know, he really impressed me this year. I watched him lots and lots, and as I said, he was my main target to try and get this summer, knowing that Jonah was going to get his deserved move.
I suppose getting that main target is a big bonus for you, because we saw what we got as well is a striker that can score all sorts of goals.
Yeah, in some ways he's not dissimilar to Wrighty. They're both very clever footballers. They're both, you know, 20, 21 years of age. They both have got the opportunity with us to show exactly what they can do. And I firmly believe that both of those boys will get a Football League chance whilst they're with Haverton Waterlooville Football Club. So it fits within this new project that I've sort of wanted to push forward. Now there's 2 lads up front in their, you know, just 20s. And I think they'll both combine really well. Tommy's a very clever player, and also Joe is. I think they'll link up well together.
They're 2 21-year-olds, but they play beyond their years, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, Joe started off at Northampton, and you know, I followed his career closely, and you know, he made a very brave decision to leave Northampton because he could have stayed there, and he went and, you know, had an excellent year last year at St Albans under a fantastic manager in Ian Allison. The project that we're offering, Joe, is clearly to put him in the, you know, to help us try and win this league, because I think we need to score goals to win any league, but also put him in a shop window where, you know, perhaps at a slightly bigger club, you know, perhaps at the right end of the table this year, we'll give him that opportunity to go and score another 20 goals. And I think if he does that, you know, he's got every chance to succeed in his ambition of being a Football League player.
Does that for you tick another box in the fact that he was willing last year to go down a few levels, prove himself, want to play games? Because there's a lot of players in this situation that probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it shows his character. As I said, we're doing it easy for him to have stayed within academy football. You know, it's quite a brave decision, like I said, to go to St Albans. It was a great move for him. As I said, Ian Allison's a fantastic player in his day at Arsenal. It has helped him, there's no doubt about that. And what we offered Joe was the opportunity to hopefully to try and push us forward in this league. You know, that's what we want. We want to try and get into the National League. He had loads of other offers, but for one reason or another, the other offers either didn't materialise in this unusual time, or he felt that, and rightly so, that we were just the right club for him. He's excited about our fan base. You know, he's excited about joining us, so that was important. He's leaving a home for the first time. You know, he's going to be moving down into the area. You know, we've rented a house where 4 or 5 of the younger ones are all going to be staying together, mixed in, I think, with 1 or 2 of the older ones as well. So, you know, it's a great experience. It gets him, you know, it gets him away from home. It takes him out of that comfort zone. So it's another experience for him. And as I said, he'll hit the ground running with us. We've signed a very, very good player there.
We've spoken quite a lot in the last couple of weeks about going with a younger squad, but a younger squad that's got quality in. You now had Iaciofano in with Wright. You've got the likes of Benny Reid and players like that. It's all starting now to come together a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Simon Walton and myself and Jordan Knight have put together a game on Monday at Bedfont Football Club. You know, the chairman's going, the chief executive's going to watch, and, you know, we've got 8 other trialists that have been released by league clubs, and they're all going to play, and the whole process of that is a vetting process. You know, it's really exciting, some of the names that are coming for that game as well. And what we're trying to do is pick out the best 4 or 5 to come in to start training with us on Tuesday the 18th of August, and we're giving them 3 weeks during pre-season, a couple of games to see if they fit into our project, and also, more importantly, whether we're right for them. So exciting times. I think Joe's a completely different type of signing. You know, he wasn't in that trialist category at all. He was someone that I've loved watching him play, and as I said, he was my main target when we lost the playoff semi-final. I was straight on the phone to him. He was one of the first calls on Sunday morning to say, look, you know, the desire hasn't changed. We still desperately want you. to be honest, I think he'd have preferred us to be in the National League, and that's fair enough. But again, it shows his character that he still wanted to come, even though we're still in the South. So every bit of this deal and all the conversations I've had with him have just been, it gets your enthusiasm back for football, because he's a kid that's fizzy. He wants to play football. He's desperate to get back, and I know Tommy Wright feels exactly the same. And the two of them together, as I said, I think it's going to be a really exciting partnership.
And finally, for the fans, I think he's going to be a great signing for them. I've had the pleasure of speaking to him earlier on. He's got a really nice character and a really nice mannerism about him. I think he's someone that the fans will warm to quite quickly.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what the song is going to be for him. That's for sure. I don't think it takes a lot of working out what it should be for him. But I think one of the things that also to get across to the supporters, and we are able to go and sign these players. One, we've been prudent, but more importantly, we have got a pandemic clause in their contract that should football stop, then we don't. Then the contract at that point would pause, and we repay after. So, we've been able to get on with our business. Everyone has understood the pandemic clause. Every player that I've spoken to understands it, and I think they know that Havant is a club that does things properly. That's respect again to our chairman and the board. But all of them are signed up for this journey, and it's going to be an exciting journey. There's some really good teams in this league next year. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, Dartford, by King's own admission, would say that if they'd started with him, that they'd probably have won the league. You've got Ebbsfleet, who, fantastic football club that are going to definitely look to push to win this league. Then you've got Maidstone. I mean, the Kent teams of Maidstone, Dartford and Ebbsfleet are very, very strong. Chelmsford, under new management, Simpson will be a good challenge this year. I think Dulwich Hamlet as well. They're full time, and they're a fantastic club. And you look through the playoffs. You've got Slough, you've got Bath. All of us that missed out will all be hoping that we can hit that playoff spot or better. So it's a very competitive league, and for me, I can't wait to get started in it.
It's certainly going to be exciting. I know we're going to talk a bit more ahead of the start of the season, but for now, Paul, thank you very much.
Cheers, Henry.